We are hunting Gojiwa. We leave now.
Pedal faster, Max.
Well, hello, Blue Troopers. Max and Max's Models here, in case you had not already guessed that. And as you can tell by the getting dark outside, it's time for me to pack it in for the night and go get this video made. So I did not get to work on the Sky Crane today. I actually spent most of the day finishing off the Atlantis Type 97 Chiha Tank. And for what this is, it's actually a pretty good kit. I don't have any real complaints about it. I think teeny tiny parts, but it's a 1/48 scale tank. I'm kind of surprised. It's a repop of the Aurora kit, and I'm actually kind of surprised at just how detailed it is. And no worries. I like it. It looks good on the shelf. I could have gone with just olive drab, but I have several olive drab 1/48 scale armored vehicles on my shelf as it is. It's, so let's do something interesting. So I knew the Japanese used some interesting color palettes. I just kind of made up the decal markings on it and everything, however I wanted to. And it looks great. I'm very happy with it. You guys saw me build it in real time, so it was only a 2-hour build. I wound up having to use Gorilla Glue to get the tracks to hold. They seem to be holding so far. I bound them and put them on the bottom, muddied up the tracks and wheels a little bit to cover it up, and looks great. No worries. The pieces that I lost were today. The commander's hatch just popped off, and it's 2 pieces, but I glued it together. Hatch closed, off they went. So, and I was missing the other hatch. I never did find it. Somehow managed to lose the antenna. That I know I had at one point, but it's an antenna, so I just used a piece of wire and the little stock plastic cutout replacements. That was a very minor operation, and overall real happy with it. Just my own little creation on the camouflage, but make it what you want it to be, right? So this will go on the stack of box kits. I cleared up the table right there with my nephew Adam's model, so he has a workspace when he comes here. And that's the S2F seems to be staying on its stand without any trouble now. I repainted the dome, the sonar bucket. And it all looks good, so I'm going to just leave that alone, not touch it, until the decals get here. And I tell you, if I've decided that if it rocks over on its rump again, I think that Gorilla Glue is strong enough to hold it. Gorilla Glue, the duct tape of model building. But if it does that again, then I'm going to pop off the engine nacelles and put some 44 slugs in each of them because they're forward, and that'll help weight the nose down and keep it in balance. So tomorrow afternoon, after we're done with all we have to do, hopefully start getting a little work done on Targhee. It's an imposing model. I'm not trying to avoid getting to work on it. I'm just trying to do some, clean up some other things. Right now, I did get started on the 2 people and the furniture for the stagecoach diorama for the Western build, and I'll put a copy of the group build schedule below. So I'm really liking the way it's looking. I like these are little wooden doll furniture that I got at Hobby Life for like $2, and the little bucket. It's like it works great, looks great, and of course I painted them up to give it old West wood grain look, give it some wear and tear. Started painting the 2 characters, primed them, and did a couple of test colors. So I'll get them painted over the next few days. That'll kind of be my little break from working on the Targhee. Next, when I do get on, I got to put in the control stick, the collector, just basically get the cockpit built. And I've watched some build videos on it. It is, as you can gather by all those parts on the runner trees, it is quite the impressive little kit, or big kit. And I'm probably going to wind up dedicating a whole shelf to it. And when it's done, I think what I'm going to do is, since it's 1/35 scale, is move some of my, I'll just make a whole shelf, put the Targhee there, and then probably start putting some of my 1/35 Armour there with it, just because there'll be void space under the rotor blades where they can go. And that's what I'll do with that. I want to thank everyone who made the live stream and then those who stayed for the little after show a little while later. It was the whole thing that I had asked you guys to do. With my son's performance in that thing was turned out they didn't score it for some time, and then they had a problem, and then all the scores were dropped. They came back and did it again, and almost nobody voted a second time. So I think the winner won like 3 votes or something like that. I don't remember. It was a local place, a talent contest kind of thing. So anyway, thanks if anybody did that. I had plenty of the usual little frustrations today. Had a lot of trouble with the air gun, spray gun. It was just gumming up, cleaned it, finally got it working right. And one thing I'm notoriously bad about is not necessarily cleaning it the way you're supposed to. When I'm done, I just run some, of the Tamiya airbrush cleaner through it for about 30 seconds, and everything's clear. Oh, it's fine. You come back and say it's all. So today I stripped it down and cleaned it when I was done, so it's properly clean now. And you want to make $1 million, invent the self-cleaning airbrush. I forgot something, actually 2 things, because all the stuff in here I don't have anything to take notes with to remind myself of things I want to say on the live stream. Okay, 1. The Jupiter 2, as you guys know, is done. It's up on the shelf, but it comes with those 2 separate fusion reactor bottoms. And I decided, when I put that opaque lining in the one that has the blades on it, put on the bottom, the one you've been seeing, there were still a few little light leaks, but it worked fine. I had no problems. But then I came in here and I realized I had not put in the clear glass piece that goes in there because I had put in the diffuser material. And I was like, I wonder if just painting that, dusting that with white, and then white primer on the inside so the outside would remain classy and shiny, and then switching them out, if it would look any better. So I did, and since I've got it glued to the base, it was actually trickier than it should have been to swap them out. And then I got it in, and the thing was wedged up in the ship and didn't want to drop down, so I had to pluck it out again. This time I taped it in place, and the white liner, and then put it back in. And it's not day and night difference of the 2. I've got the white painted liner on it now, but I think it looks a little better. You definitely want to subdue that thing because those LEDs are so bright. And if you look in the TV show, it's really, that engine really isn't that bright. I saw a very detailed brass etch thing that part of it is a mask made of brass that you put on and spray paint the thing, and you take it off, and then you put the other parts, you paint the other parts and put them in, and it just gives you little slits like they had in the show, which is technically more accurate, but I'm like, it just ain't that big a deal to me. But of course it also depends on which episode, the show changed. So like Dan Monroe and all the details, I'm sure some of you guys do. I think the pilot, it was a Gemini 12, and then it was a Jupiter 2 after that. And as I understand, Irwin Allen said, hey, I want it downstairs on this thing. So it magically had it downstairs after the pilot episode. And I have no idea where they would have room for the space pod. The Chariot, maybe, because you look at it, it's actually, since it's supposed to be in the future, I'm pretty sure they can make it out of exotic materials where it could fold up, and pop out like the Lunar Rover did. Lunar Rover went to the moon all folded up, and they got it out, and they popped the wheels out. So the Chariot probably was, collapsed on itself without the equipment on board. And you take it out, pop it open, and that sort of thing. I could actually see that. The space pod may be the same thing, but I'm not. I think somebody engineered how it could fit, but. So everybody goes, hey Max, you're going to remake Lost in Space like the original was the first thing you're going to do. I'm going to make the Jupiter 2 bigger. All right, guys. Now that's definitely it. You take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you later. There is one more thing. You know what? I'll save it for another time. It's just, I found a couple of websites, including a professional model builder who's right here in Daytona. And I don't think I was aware of him. I just stumbled on his website. He's done a bunch of the Jupiter 2s. And maybe you guys know who I'm talking about. And I actually found a couple of these guys who were like, oh, these guys aren't that far away. A lot of them here in Florida. And I'd never seen their stuff before. So I'm going to watch some of their videos and maybe try to contact them, see what they're doing these days. All right, guys, you take care of yourselves. And this time, I'm really ready to go. Model on. shade, so I just thought I would have a little fun with it. Dragged out the airbrush. I actually went over it several times. Whoa, now for something totally different. Well, hello, Blue Troopers, Max and Max's Models here, and I finished up the Atlantis Type 95 tank, and